This is a good article, by the way. They quoted me in this article, so it is such a good read. It starts off about talking about the legend himself. And then he tweeted some shit about some Fortnite something something. Blah, 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 blah. You know, Fortnite, cool. And then it talked about the aim gap, and then it compared. It had some person from, what's the university? Saskatchewan, dude. Let's go, Canada. It talked about that. Let's skim through it a little bit more. A quote from Daltouche. Daltouche? I don't know how to pronounce his name. This guy is basically saying he believes some guns work better on keyboard and mouse and some work better on a controller, and he's an Apex pro. That makes sense. That's very, very true. Flick shots are easier on mouse and keyboard, of course. More research from this guy comparing blah, 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 blah. Fair or balanced. Professor again. You got a quote from Ninja. Whoa. You got a quote from Ninja. This is so true right here. This is so true. The bitterness may come down to human nature. In their studies with the aim assist, the interaction lab found that when players won, they thought it was because of their skills. And when they lost, they thought it was the other person getting help. That is such a true fucking statement. Because even if I ever make a joke about it, it's usually after I lost. You know what I mean? Usually. This right here is just gold. It's so fucking true. If I said the mouse and keyboard players on Apex respect controller players for their skill, I'd be lying. That's fucking funny. This is good right here. Anti-controller trash talk is common, but it ignores that aim is just a part of the equation. This is so true too, right? Positioning, awareness, and team coordination are often just as or even more important than aim. That's what a lot of people forget. Like, people that always trash talk aim assist, they always forget that, like, if you're a top tier player, even on controller, you don't do that from just aim. That's not how that works. You don't just win from aiming. So much more goes into that. So even a player at the top of the controller fucking bracket and league and, you know, those professional players, they could pick up a mouse and keyboard and they could still slap. Like, it's not hard because they already have so much knowledge elsewhere. Aiming's the easy part. Well, sometimes. Hey, look at it. 1G himself, dude. There's quotes from everyone. There's tweets and quotes from everyone. This article is so fucking good. You got Tfue in here. Hey, it's me. My quote that is quoted from here. What's funny is I did this Washington Post interview, and it was a pretty long interview, but they only used one thing, and it's just a quote like this. It's this specific part, and that's it. Anyway, good article. Very good. I don't mind it. I think it's really cool that this game is crossplay. I love it, but I've always been like this, and I've always said there shouldn't be aim assist or controllers or whatever in tournaments. Like, you shouldn't mix it. Either you go only controller or you go only PC.
Yeah.
So like when in Apex, for example, like when you have like half and half, it's just kind of, I don't know, the competitive integrity is already gone from the get-go. Every single player, console or PC, that is competing for money has the right to complain and has the right to argue. They're totally in the right to be mad, right? Because there's advantages to both controller and PC, right? Mouse and keyboard and controller. There's advantages to both, right? The fact that there's an advantage of controller versus mouse and keyboard, and the other way around, mouse and keyboard has an advantage over controller, The fact that those two things exist and both can have advantages towards one of another makes no fucking sense that it's even in place to have any sort of competition for money at all. The whole point of competition is like fair play, you know, competitive integrity, right? So if a mouse and keyboard isn't fair against a controller, or vice versa, because they both have their pros and cons, they shouldn't exist in the same world. It's really that simple. Doesn't matter what has more of an advantage or what doesn't. Fuck a Shroud butthurt. Oh, trust me, I could care less for my personal self what position this is. I'm just a man of integrity. You know? The same reason why I don't think controllers and mouse and keyboard should be competing against each other for millions of dollars, right? Or any amount of currency exchange, right? I'm just a man of integrity, you know what I'm saying? So when I see something that kind of ruins that, I get shocked. I can't believe it, you know? I can't believe it, especially from a fucking top partner, you know? What happened? It's freaking we're playing in this Twitch Rivals. Lupo was having a 2v2 in Fall Guys. XQC stream sniped him. That's about it. That's it. Doesn't sound that bad, but like it is pretty bad, right? Do you think controller's better for any FPS? There's pros and cons to controller and mouse and keyboard. Like that's why I don't think mouse and keyboard versus controller should ever be a thing that's competing for money, right? Because mouse and keyboard is better at some things, worse at others. Controller, you know, same thing, better at some things, worse than others. And I just don't think if you have two separate entities like that fighting up against each other, it doesn't really make much sense, right? To me, I could a little bit understand what XQC did as like an impulse thing. You're not thinking straight. You're in the moment. You're doing this, whatever, right? It happens. It just sucks. It's just a bummer. That's what it makes me sad. It bums me out because like that it happened. It still happened, regardless of if it was impulsive and, you know, wasn't thinking straight. It happened, and it makes me sad. That's all. I like XQC. He's fun to watch, you know? Like I've said in the past, he has gotten better and better and better over the years. He used to be like, we're talking like 4+ years ago, maybe. My very first few interactions with him were a little rough around the edges, you know? And then he's gotten so much better, so much more polite, so much more, you know? It's like you quote-unquote cheating on PUBG in that one time. Yeah, when I got into the cheater's car, yeah, I got banned. I was actually surprised I didn't get banned on Twitch because of that, right? I got banned from PUBG, like, real quick. The second I did that, I was like, whoa, that was that was like an impulsive thing. I was in the moment, having a good time. I jumped in a cheater's car. We're flying around. Oh my God, this is so much fun. And then the second it happened, I realized, fuck. And then I got banned from PUBG. I thought I was going to get banned from Twitch, but I didn't. And that's fucking wrap. I'll be back on tomorrow. Probably playing more Assassin's Creed because I am addicted. Let's be honest. And yeah. Have a great night. Just got to say this before I go. XQC, I know that was impulsive. I'm sad. But you can make it up. I believe. I believe. Farewell.